Hello, Sagittarius, and welcome to your reading for what this next major shift will bring towards you. Remember that this reading does not necessarily have any specific date on it. Whenever this message finds you, and whenever you find this message, then this reading will be for you at this given time. And if you'd like to watch the extended reading, the link to the extended is down in the description box below. In the extended reading, I go into the other person's subconsciousness, their deeper thoughts about you, their deeper feelings for you, their next actions, moves, and more. And thank you all so much for all of your positive feedback for the extended reading. I am so glad that you guys are loving the extended reading so much. So again, if you want to check out the link to the extended, the link is down in the description box below. You are starting with a dominant energy of the drumroll. Wow, the Four of Pentacles. So here with the Four of Pentacles, someone here is sitting in the energy of holding back. Okay, they're either blocking off their heart chakra, or they're not willing to invest either emotionally or financially into something. Now let's go and figure out what exactly this is all about. Yeah, so some kind of truth will be revealed this week. There's going to be some kind of level of communication that needs to be had. Okay, now there is also one person here standing in kind of like the energy of standing their ground. They're just standing their ground. They're really not budging. There's also this energy where somebody here is going to draw the line, whether you or this other person. Somebody here is kind of like saying to themselves, you know what, enough is enough. They're setting their standards higher, and I feel like there's going to be some kind of revelation. I feel like something here is closing out. Okay, so there's going to be some kind of closing out of a chapter based on some kind of revelation, communication, or information that is about to be revealed. Now, I do feel like there's this slow moving process of somebody here is moving very slowly towards something or someone. I'm also seeing that there's this kind of energy where I see that you are here standing in your power, standing in your strength. You know your worth and you know your value, but there is still one other person who does not believe in themselves. So they're kind of like the opposite of this other energy. Okay, again, energies can be in the reverse. One person here who is kind of like in that energy where they have to speak up, they want to speak their truth, they want to control some kind of situation. They're only doing this because they don't believe in themselves, because they have a lack of self-esteem. And this is what's slowing down the progress into the situation, because there is potential here for growth, but the Empress is in the reverse. So somebody here doesn't believe that the growth can possibly happen. It's almost as if this person is questioning the gifts that the universe is bringing their way. But let's go and see what this Four of Pentacles is all about for you. Look at that. Okay, so again, this kind of level of lack of self-esteem is what's keeping the situation at bay right now, okay? I do sense that whatever is happening, it's still kind of in accordance with the course of nature. So right now, your current situation is in harmony with the course of nature. Why? Because it's as if this kind of lingering energy is giving this other individual the time to process emotions that have gone unhealed. Okay, it's almost as if you are being asked this week to take a leap of faith and jump forward into a specific area of your life, okay, without any fear. But in order for you to do that, you first have to heal those aspects of yourself that have gone unhealed. I feel like somebody here wants to make a decision quickly. It's sort of like they're not thinking about the future. They're just thinking about, how can I fix this right now? How can I make this better right now? It's one of those quick fix type of situations, because this person doesn't want to really delve deeper into their emotions. Right now, this person is avoiding having to look deep into their emotions. And so they're kind of like getting whatever is outside of their environment to make them feel better. It could be the energy of maybe, self-soothing energy. Whatever is quickly going to self-soothe this person, they'll take it. They'll take it rather than them having to face the truth of the reality of the matter, okay? But I do see here that there's going to be some kind of decision that is about to be made after a lot of overthinking, after a lot of overanalyzing. This person is now getting ready to make a final decision. They're either going to stay in the situation for long term, or they are about to close out this cycle, okay? Now let's go and see who this person is, because I do feel like there's somebody here who is going to, again, it's sort of like this, they're going to bring in structure. They want to bring bringing structure into the situation. I feel like this person is kind of like setting the ground rules. Now let's see who this individual is. So somebody here is getting ready to walk away, but they're walking away feeling a sense of an empty victory. Whether it's you or the other person, the reason why this person is walking away is because this individual right now does not feel ready to partake on this brand new journey. They're afraid to take that next step right now, and so they're backing away. This person right now feels safer in the silence, even though right now this person, it's kind of like the energy where they're confused. They don't have enough information right now. This person is a little bit confused, they're a little bit scattered, that sort of energy, and they need to get more information in order to get some clarity. But this person is afraid to ask the questions. So it's either they're afraid to ask themselves those deeper questions, or they are afraid to ask the other person those questions. And that's why this situation is remaining in this Three of Swords energy. It's some kind of pain here. So somebody here is sitting there listening to the echoes of the past, the pain of the past, even though this person now has so little in common with that old version of who they used to be, with that old memory of the past that brought them a lot of pain. You know, too often the way that I'm seeing this is relationships become battles, okay? And passions can lead you either one, closer to conflict rather than to comfort, okay? And so sometimes these issues belong to your past, okay? So there's like these deep pangs of love that this person is still feeling after these incidences happen. Sometimes this individual here tends to silence their emotions, and they start acting with their reasoning, with their mind, rather than with their heart. And yes, okay, although it is true, it is fact that it makes you feel less vulnerable to act with your reasoning, to act with your mind, okay? But still, there is this kind of energy where you're still creating some kind of attachment to the past based on the fact that you are not really kind of, you know, listening to your right now emotions. You're kind of trying to ignore your emotions. Somebody here is trying to ignore their present emotions by going back to the past energy of, okay, this hurt me, so I'm not going to do this again. Not knowing, okay, that subconsciously you are recreating, you are only creating again, over and over again, that scenario of the past with a brand new energy, okay? Now, there is a potential for a union or for a reunion to take place here, but again, it's going to require some healing, some communication, some clarity between you and this person. Now, let's go ahead and see what exactly is going to happen here, because there's somebody here getting ready to take a leap of faith after closing out an old chapter. There's an old chapter, a way that you used to do things, the way that you used to handle things that needs to be put to an end, okay? And that's the only way that this brand new beginning is going to come about. It could be an Aries for some of you guys, doesn't have to be, but for sure a conversation needs to be had, okay? There's going to be some kind of communication that needs to be had. You're going to have to communicate this to this other person, or maybe this other person is going to communicate towards you. But the minute, the moment, the second that this person wants to communicate it, they kind of back away, okay? They back away in fear, or maybe they're backing away because they're currently recovering from something. Somebody here is right now recovering from something that happened to them. They're trying to gain the strength all over again. However, if this person does kind of have that conversation, even if it's a triggering energy, even if you know you're going to trigger something within this other person, or this person triggers something within you, you know, that conversation has to be had, because it's the only way that you will get your wish fulfillment. That's the only way that you will get your wish granted, is if you communicate, you know, kind of like what's in your heart. It's almost as if there's a moment right now to rebuild something and to release old structures, old ways of the past, because right now you are no longer wanting to make anyone other than yourself accountable for your own happiness. I feel like maybe in the past, maybe it's sort of like somebody here was avoiding having to deal with their own emotions by just grabbing whatever quick fix energy was there, you know, on the outside. But I feel like this is going to be a different week where somebody here is going to have the opportunity to make a brand new decision. Okay, now let's go ahead and see what exactly this Four of Wands is here, because this is going to lead to some kind of success, or at least somebody here desires some kind of success, some kind of coming together. It could be a marriage potential for some of you guys. So a decision will be made based on love. Okay, this person does have genuine genuine emotions, they do have genuine love, and they are going to make a sacrifice. This person is getting ready to make the sacrifice of their life in order to bring in new love or to open up their heart, okay? Because this person knows that they've been caught up in this energy of them keeping themselves stuck. Something here that used to have control over this person. It could be a trauma, it could be an old wound, a person, a memory of the past. They used to give their power away to this thing, but I feel like this is going to be a very different week. Somebody here is about to make a decision that is going to open up the floodgates of emotion and of love. So be aware, because there is a lot of things happening here unexpectedly. There's also this energy here of the sun. It could be a Leo for some of you guys, it doesn't have to be, but there's a lot of happiness and growth and potential coming in for you, but it's all about you opening up. This person has to allow themselves that energy to come into them and not block it off with fears or with doubts, okay? But if you do want to learn more about who this person is, how this story will unfold for you, go ahead and click on the description box below. The link to the extended is down there. That's where we dive deeper into the situation, into the other person's subconsciousness, their deeper thoughts about you, their deeper feelings for you, their next actions, moves, and more. But before we go into that, let's go ahead and jump into your yes or no question. So as I shuffle the cards, go ahead and ask a yes or no question, and you will be getting a yes or no answer to that burning question, okay? But before we go into that, let's go ahead and take the time right now, you guys, to hit that subscribe button. Also, like this video, give it a thumbs up, and also hit that notification bell, because you guys, when you do that, it really helps me and it helps the algorithm so that I can continue posting more readings like these for you guys on this platform. Thank you guys all so much for your support, and back to your yes or no question. Is this a yes or no? Let's see, drum roll. That is a definite yes. There is a lot of love in this situation. There is a lot of love in this person's heart. It's almost as if you guys are communicating on a very deep telepathic level, okay? There's a lot of energy here where it's kind of like the energy of somebody here listening to their intuition finally. They're finally going to tap into those emotions, those intuitive kind of, that intuitive guidance. So again, that is a definite yes here for you, whether this is you or the other person. Let's see what exactly the dice has here for you. You have here the sign of Sagittarius as well as a number 3. Some of you guys might be dealing with, or this is just kind of like the energy of you embracing the energy of Sagittarius. And this is going to be a very important week for you to really kind of ask yourself those deeper questions. There's going to be a lot of good luck on your side, because Sagittarius does rule Jupiter. It's the sign that brings in good luck. Also, travel destinations. Maybe you want to travel somewhere. You want to explore something different. You want to study some kind of philosophy. But essentially, it's asking yourself the bigger questions about life. You know, that search for meaning, trying to understand this situation yourself or the person at a deeper level, gaining more knowledge, maybe taking a class. Maybe you want to learn something new, read a book, exploring, socializing, or if you have a special skill that can help other people, look into that as well. It's going to bring you a lot of abundance. And here the number 3, it's all about co-creative energy, networking with other people, co-creating with other people, socializing, expand your network as well. Okay, that's going to serve you very well in this situation. And also, again, communication is going to be very, very crucial for you to have this week. Clarify anything that maybe has been gone missing, maybe miscommunication, some kind of setback has been based on some kind of miscommunications. So speaking up, but also listening to what others have to say is going to be very important this week. Now let's go and see what your affirmation and mantra message is. What is your affirmation and mantra message this week? You have your, I have the courage to be the happiest, healthiest version of myself. You know, it's not enough for you to just ask the universe for something and to manifest it. It's for you to really give yourself the permission to have it, okay? Because a lot of times people, you know, just stay in that energy of, why can't I manifest this? Why can't I manifest that? But it's all about you allowing that manifestation in. It's not just about you asking for it. I feel like some of you guys have already asked for it. Now it's time for you to actually let it in. Give yourself permission. It's almost as if you need to give yourself permission to have what you really want. Okay, so I have the courage to be the happiest, healthiest version of myself. Beautiful. This is what I have for you. Thank you so much for watching. And if you'd like to watch the extended reading, the link to the extended is down in the description box below. In the extended reading, I go into the other person's subconsciousness, their deeper thoughts about you, their deeper feelings for you, their next actions, moves, and more. And And thank you all so much for all of your positive feedback for the extended reading. I am so glad that you guys are loving the extended reading so much. So again, if you want to check out the link to the extended, the link is down in the description box below. And remember that your monthly readings have all been posted on the channel. You can check out the links to all those readings for the entire month down in the description box below. If you are interested in my worldwide personal matchmaking services, you can now sign up for free in the matchmaking link that is down in the description box below. This is a great opportunity to find love, connect with a soulmate, and or if you're single and are ready to find the one. Again, the link to my matchmaking services is down in the description box below. And check out my website at genamoon.com. Click on shop. I do have new jewelry pieces, rings, bracelets, crystals, necklaces, and so much more for both men and women. So check that out at genamoon.com and click on shop, and follow me on Instagram at Gena Moon Official, as I will be posting more on there.